Good evening, everybody. Am I audible? Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
From the following trial balance, prepare trading and profit and loss account. For the year ended 31st March 2020 and balance it and a balance sheet and the balance it as on that date. That date. Opening stock. First item opening stock. Opening stock 25,000. Stock 25,000. Furniture 16,000. Furniture 16,000. Next purchases 555300. 555300. Carriage inward. Carriage inward. 4700. 4700. Bad debt. Bad debt. Wages 52,000. Wages 52,000. Debtors. Debtors 80,000. Debtors 80,000. Sales return. Sales return 15,000. Rent 22,000. Rent 22,000. Miscellaneous expenses. Miscellaneous expenses 3,400. Salary 60,000. Salary 60,000. Cash 8,900. Cash 8,900. Drawings 14,000. Drawings 14,000. Building 1,60,000. Building 1,60,000. Advertising 10,000. Advertising 10,000. Interest on bank overdraft. Interest on bank overdraft. Interest on bank overdraft 4,500. Sales 7 lakhs. Sales 7 lakhs. Credit 60,000. Creditor 60,000. Bank overdraft 50,000. 50,000. Full debt. Provision for bad and doubtful debt. Provision for bad and doubtful debt 2,100. Discount 500. Discount lakh. Capital 2 lakh. Return. Purchase return 20,000. Ten 32,600. 10 32 600. Opening stock 25,000. Furniture 16,000. Purchase 555 300. Carriage in one 4,700. Bad debt 1,800. Wages 52,000. Debtors 80,000. Sales return 15,000. Rent 22,000. Miscellaneous expenses 3,400. Salary 60,000. Cash cash 8,900. Cash 8,900. Drawings 14,000. Building 1,60,000. Advertising 10,000. Interest on bank overdraft 4,500. Total 10,32,600. Then credit side sales 7 lakhs. Creditors 60,000. Bank overdraft 50,000. Provision for bad and doubtful debt 2,100. Discount 500. Capital 2 lakh. Purchase return 20,000. This is the trial balance. This is the trial balance. Prepare trading and profit and loss account for the year ended 31st March 2020 and a balance sheet. Now adjustment. Adjustment. Number one. Closing stock is valued. Closing stock is valued at rupees 36,000. Rent is paid. Rent is paid rupees 2,000 per month. Number three. Salary rupees 8,000. Salary rupees 8,000 and interest on bank overdraft. Interest on bank. Interest on bank overdraft. Rupees 2,500. 2,500 is outstanding. Outstanding. Number four. Private purchase. Private purchase. Private purchase. Amounting. Amounting to rupees 5,000. To rupees 5,000. 5,000 have been debited. Have been debited. Have been debited to purchase account. Number five, make a provision for make a provision for bad and doubtful debt. Bad and doubtful debt. Bad and doubtful debt at rupees at, at 5% on debtors. On debtors. Six, a new signboard. A new signboard costing rupees 4,000. Costing rupees 4,000 is included in advertising. Included in the advertising, advertising. 7. Depreciation, furniture and fittings. Depreciation on furniture and fittings. By 10%. By 10%. Closing stock is valued at rupees 3,60,000 or 36,000. Sorry, 36,000. Rent is paid rupees 2,000 per month. Salary 8,000. Interest on bank 2,500 is outstanding. Private purchases amounting to rupees 5,000. Private purchases amount 5,000 have been debited to purchase account. Make a provision for bad and doubtful debt at the rate of at 5% on debtors. A new signboard costing rupees 4,000 is included in advertising. Depreciation on furniture and fittings by 10%. The 7 adjustment 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 adjustment. In this question, 7 adjustments. Everybody completed the question part?
Yes, sir.
Now, so we can start to solve the problem. Trading and profit and loss account for the year ended 31st March 2020. Debit side, credit side. Trading and profit and loss account for the year ended 31st March 2020. First item, to opening stock 25,000. To opening stock 25,000. Next, to purchases. To purchases, 555, inner column, 555, 300, 555, 300, less purchase return given in the trial balance. Purchase return 20,000. Yes. 5 CD 300. Less private purchases. Private purchases. Private purchases 5,000. Transfer to drawings account within bracket. Transfer to drawings. So this is given in the trial balance purchase return 20,000. Then private purchase adjustment number 4. Adjustment number 4, private purchase amounting to rupees 5,000 have been debited to purchase account. So private purchase means drawings. So it should be excluded from purchase because private purchase is included in purchases. So that's why we exclude from purchases. This purchase is for business and the private purchase is for the personal use. So personal use should be excluded from the main purchases. Means the purchase which are related to the business. Understand? मतलब जो भी प्राइवेट परचेज किया है उसको हम लोग का जो बिजनेस परचेज है उस वहां से हटाना पड़ेगा. इसलिए हम लोग प्राइवेट परचेज को हटा दिया परचेज से. जो बिजनेस परचेज जो बिजनेस रिलेटेड है दिस इज ड्रॉइंग्स में जाएगा. ये एडजस्टमेंट नंबर 4 है. देन टू कैरेज इनवर्ड. Carriage inward. Carriage inward 4,700. 4,700. To wages 52,000. To wages 52,000. This side by sales amount 7 lakhs less return 15,000. Given the trial balance 1,000 6,85,000 by closing stock. And number 1 adjustment 36,000. $7,21,000. To gross profit CD. To gross profit CD. 109,000. 109,000. Any doubt? Any doubt? Any doubt?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Then bad debt 4,100 1,800 bad debt. Two bad debt. Two bad debt. To bad debt 1,800. Here you see in the trial balance credit side provision for bad and doubtful debt 2,100, and another make a provision for bad and doubtful debt 500. Adjustment number 5. Adjustment number 5. Adjustment number 5. Make a provision for bad and doubtful debt 5% on debtors. Debtors amount how much? 80,000. 80,000 into 5%. So 4,000. This is new provision. New provision for bad and doubtful debt. New provision for bad and doubtful debt. You can write this point. Adjustment number 5. Adjustment number 5. Make a provision for 5% of on debtors. So debtors amount given 80,000. Debtors get 80,000. 5% means 5,000 4,000. This is new provision for bad and doubtful debt. And in the trial balance, in trial balance, credit side, provision for bad and doubtful debt. Provision for bad and doubtful debt. Amount 2,100. This is old provision because it is given in the trial balance. The trial balance items are old provision. This is old provision. Old provision 2,100 is old provision is given in trial balance and it is given in the adjustment. So this is new provision for doubtful debt. First bad debt aid. Here aid. New provision for bad and doubtful debt. New provision for bad and doubtful debt. New provision how much? This is new provision 4,000. 4,000. So 5,800. Less old provision for bad and doubtful debt. Amount 2,100. Three seven double zero. গোটে বোর্ড তো দেখা পাইছা পুরা বোর্ড দিখাই দে রে
Yes, sir.
Actually, question will be given in the after completing the question. I will show the question. Question পিছত মই answer টো একো question দেখাম. Next, rent. Rent trial balance 22,000. 8 outstanding. Outstanding. How much outstanding? How much outstanding? Tell me.
2,000.
How much?
2,000.
2,000. How?
Per month 2,000. 2,000 into 12, 24,000.
Okay.
Minus 4.
2,000 into 12. 2,000 into 12. 24,000. 22,000 already given the trial balance, so 2,000 outstanding. Two miscellaneous expenses. Two miscellaneous expenses. 3,400. Two salaries. Two salaries 60,000. 8 outstanding. 8 outstanding. 8,000. 68,000. Gross profit BD 109,123. To advertising. Advertising is given in the question is 10,000. But see the adjustment. Adjustment number 6. Adjustment number 6. Here a new signboard costing rupees 4,000 including advertising. Means 4,000, the amount of rupees 4,000 is included in advertising. So it should be excluded from advertising. Less signboard. Signboard. Amount 4,000. So 6,000 here. By discount in trial balance given 500. To interest on bank overdraft. To interest on bank overdraft. To interest on bank overdraft is 4,500 in the question in the trial balance. And bank overdraft and Adjustment number 3, bank over outstanding, interest on bank overdraft. 8 outstanding, 2,500. Adjustment number 3, 1,000. Then to depreciation. Depreciation, furniture, amount furniture 1,600, 1,600, 16,000 into 10%, 1,600. Then signboard, 4,000 into 10%, 400, 2,000. Signboard, the signboard is, you see the adjustment number 6, a new signboard costing rupees 4,000 including advertising. Signboard is an asset, so it should also be depreciated. 4,000, 10%, so 400, 2,000. Adjustment number 6, a new signboard costing rupees 4,000 is included in advertising. So signboard is in fittings. Furniture, this is called the fittings. You can write fittings. Furniture, this is fittings. FITT fittings. Signboard 4,000, 10%, 400, 2,000. Find out the net profit. You can find out the net profit. Net profit, net profit or to net loss or by net loss. Net profit. Transfer to capital. Transfer to capital. One four one double zero 114 100. What will be the net profit or net loss?
4,600 net loss.
Yes. How much?
4,600.
4,000.
4,600.
This
Yes, sir.
4,600. Net loss is 4,600. Any doubt? Net loss is 4,600. Then balance sheet. First you can write bank overdraft. Asset rupees. Bank Inner column you write 50,000 given figure in the credit side of the trial balance. Then add interest out bank over the next creditors. Then outstanding capital capital given the question. 600 drawings. Drawings given in the question 14,000. 5,000 furniture. Three six double zero. Building. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is 5, this is 6, 7, 8, this is 9. All the adjustments. You can see the adjustments and you can find out all the adjustments are appearing in the trial, all the balance sheet. You see all the adjustment and you can find out all the adjustments are reflected in the balance sheet. You can find out, then you can check where all the adjustments are reflected in the balance sheet or not. These all are the adjustments. Both sides. Nine double zero. Now I'm audible. आवाज में दे रहा है अभी? आवाज में दे रहा है?
सर सुनाई दे रहा है.
Okay. So all the adjustment items, all the adjustments related are to be reflected in the balance sheet. All adjustment you can find out number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, number 6, number 7, number 8, number 9. All the adjustments. All the adjustments are reflected in the balance sheet. You can check one by one and you can find out. All the adjustments are reflected in the balance sheet. Yeah. This is the question. Write the question. Those who are not completed their question, write it down.
Sir, adjustment.
Adjustments. Seven adjustment here.
Okay, sir.
Any doubt in this question? Any doubt?
सर ट्रेडिंग एंड पीएल अकाउंट 5 सेकंड के लिए दिखा दीजिए।
কি কইছা?
ट्रेडिंग एंड पीएल अकाउंट
ট্রেডিং পিএল
ऑल ऑफ सम।
ট্রেডিং পিএল এটা স্লাইড এটো balance sheet.
सर प्लीज অলপ সাইড দিব,
হ্যাঁ
অলপ সাইড দিব।
হ্যাঁ
ओके सर।
following points should be noted. Following points should be noted in respect of bad debt provision. In respect of bad debt provision. Number one, give provision for a provision for doubtful debt is given in adjustment. Given in adjustment. Given adjustment. It is called new provision. It is called new provision. In this case, it will be recorded at two places. Recorded in two places. One on the handle, one on the handle. It will be added. It will be added in bad debt on the debit side of PL account. And on the other hand, will also be deducted from debtors from debtors from debtors on the asset side of the balance sheet. If provision for doubtful debt is given in adjustment, it will call new provision. In this case, it will recorded in two places. On one hand, it will be added in bad and doubtful debt. On the debit side of the profit and loss account, and on the other hand, will also be deducted from debtors on the asset side of the balance sheet. Point number 2. If provision for doubtful debt is given if provision for doubtful debt is given in the given inside the trial balance, it is called old provision. It is called old provision. In this case, it will be recorded only. It will be recorded only at one place. I full stop is that is deducted from the total of bad debt, and new provision on the debit side of PL account. This is the 2 points. If the provision for doubtful debt is given inside the trial balance, it is called old provision. In this case, it will be recorded only at one place, that is deducted from the total of bad debt and new provisions on the debit side of the PL account.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Good evening, guys.
Good evening,
Good
sir.
evening.
Good evening, sir.
Sorry for English. Yeah, okay. In the last class, we had started the topic gratuity, and let us let us quickly recap what we have learned yesterday. Okay, let us very briefly repeat. So, I'm calculating the amount of exemption in case of gratuity. So basically, I divide in two categories. One was government employee. For government employee, it was fully exempted, and for non-government employee, I have divided in two parts. One was covered under Gratuity Act, okay, and another was not covered, okay. Another was not covered, okay. So for covered, I'll just compare the two and not covered. What were the difference and what were the similarities? First was amount received, okay. First was amount received. It was same for the two. For both, it was same. Then second was limit. Limit was rupees 20 lakhs. It was same for it as well. But the difference comes while calculating the third number point. It was 15 by
26.
26. Yeah, it was 15 by 30.
30.
And it was fractions are fraction of years are taken, right? Fractions of years are taken. Here fractions are ignored. Okay. Then meaning of salary, here it was basic plus DA
DA.
only, okay. Here it was basic plus
DA
DA.
and commission.
DA is forming part of retirement benefit. Forming part of retirement benefit, okay. And plus commission.
Commission on turnover.
Commission on turnover, okay. So these were the basic difference, and we had solved two illustrations as well yesterday. Is there any more illustration in the book? Okay, I guess there is one more illustration.
Taxation 4.
Illustration number 4 is there. Let us quickly solve it. Okay, one thing I want to tell you, this limit of 20 lakhs, what happens, suppose during the tenure of your service, okay, during the tenure of your service, suppose you were working in, suppose let me take my example, okay. Previously I was working in Allahabad Bank, okay. Then I resigned from this bank. I have worked here for around 4 years. Let us 4 years, 4 months. Okay, so I'll take 4 years for calculation of both the purpose, whether I'm covered under gratuity or not. And while resigning from this company, suppose, although I have not received any gratuity at this point of time, but suppose, what if I have received gratuity? Suppose while resigning from Allahabad Bank, I had received gratuity, say rupees 5 lakhs. Okay, I had received gratuity of rupees 5 lakhs. Then again the computation will be there. What will the computation? I'll compute like this: amount received, limit up to 20 lakhs, and like this. Suppose my exemption comes around 3 lakhs. Okay, after calculating, my exemption comes up to 3 lakhs. Okay, are you getting my point? I was previously working in Allahabad Bank and I had resigned from the service and I have received the gratuity of rupees 5 lakhs. Okay. Then after calculating what will be the amount of tax, I had calculated that my exemption limit will be 3 lakhs. So I had paid tax on 2 lakhs. Okay. Then again now I am working in Oil India. Right. Now I am working in Oil India. Okay.
So please repeat. I didn't get that.
Sorry.
Sir, I didn't get that. The
Okay.
board is also not visible.
Okay. See, suppose I was working in, I have been working in Allahabad Bank for 4 years, okay, around 4.5 years. I'll say 4 years, 4 months, okay. And suppose at the time of resigning from bank, I had resigned, okay, and I received gratuity, say 5 lakhs, okay. Then I had received gratuity 5 lakhs rupees in the year 2000, suppose 17-18, okay. Let us. Then I had calculated my exemption. I'll not go deep how I have calculated, but I have calculated my exemption limit, say rupees 3 lakhs. Okay. Then I had paid tax on rupees 2 lakhs. I have paid tax on rupees 2 lakhs. Now see, again when I'll retire at the age of 60 years. Okay. When I'll retire at the age of 60 years from Oil India, then again I'll receive, suppose say I had received rupees 20 lakhs exemption, then I'll calculate, first of all I'll calculate amount received, okay. Then I'll calculate limit. This limit was ideally 20 lakhs, right? This limit is 20 lakhs. But I have already availed 3 lakhs of limit in the year 2017-18. So my remaining limit will be not 20 lakhs, but my remaining limit will be 17 lakhs only. Okay. See, if you are working in multiple companies during the tenure of your service, and if you have earlier availed exemption, then that exemption gets reduced from 20 lakhs limit. Okay, are you getting my point? The overall limit of exemption is rupees 20 lakhs in point number 2. Okay, but whenever during the tenure of a service, you might be working in 2-3 companies, you might be receiving gratuity from those companies as well. So while calculating, you might have availed exemption from gratuity as well. So whatever the amount you have availed as exemption, that amount will be reduced from the 20 lakhs limit. Okay. I hope you are getting my point. Okay, now let us proceed. See, there are short questions in the exam like this. Suppose after the death of the employee, if the legal heir receives the gratuity, okay, in whose hand will it be taxable? Okay. A lump sum payment made gratuitously to widow, okay, or legal heir of the employee who dies while in service by way of compensation or otherwise is not taxable under the salaries. These questions might come in the exam. These are taxable under the income from other sources. Unutilized deposit under the capital gain deposit account scheme shall not be taxable in the hands of the legal heir. Then legal representative is not liable for payment of tax on income that has not accrued. Okay, let us solve this illustration only. These are theories are boring. Just go through it, you will understand. Okay, illustration number 4. Mrs. X is working with ABC Limited since last 30 years 9 months. Okay, her salary structure are as follows: basic is 5,000 per month and DA is 3,000 per month. Okay, on 15th of December 2019 she died. Okay, state the treatment of gratuity in the following cases. Mr. X retired on 10th of December and gratuity rupees 4 lakh received by her husband as on 18th. See, you have to understand that the person retired on, in the first case the person retired on 10/12/2019. He retired on this date. So on this date only his gratuity becomes due, right? When the person retires on that day only the gratuity becomes due, correct? But he died on 15th of December 2019. This is case number 1. So when he was alive the gratuity become due on that date only. The person died after retiring, so that will be taxable under the head salaries. Okay, that will be taxable under the head salaries. But in the second scenario, what they have told, the second case, the husband of Mrs. X received gratuity on 18th of December 2019, falling due after the death of Mrs. X. So in the second case, the gratuity became due after her death. Okay, the gratuity became due after her death. So in such cases, it will not be taxable under the head salaries. Okay, are you getting my point? If the gratuity becomes due before the death, then it will be taxable under the head salaries in his name. If the gratuity becomes due after the death of the person, then it will not be taxable under the head salaries. Okay, fine. So in the second case, we do not have to calculate. We will simply write, since the gratuity falls after the death of Mrs. X, hence the same is not taxable in the hands of Mrs. X as salaries. The said gratuity is not taxable in the hands of husband of Mr. X. Okay, so it will not be taxable to any of them. Okay, if it is due after the death, then it will not be taxable at all. If it is due before the death, then it will be taxable. Okay, now see, very easy. First of all, we'll write amount of gratuity received. First of all, we'll write amount of gratuity received. Okay, then we'll calculate the exemption under section 10, subsection 10, subsection 2. So there are 3 points. One is actual amount received is 4 lakhs. Then statutory limit is 20 lakhs. Okay, then we'll calculate, since nothing is mentioned. Okay, it is mentioned that the person is covered under gratuity act, so we'll calculate that way only. So 15/26. Okay, and fractions are taken, so it will be 31 years, and my meaning of salary is basic plus DA. Okay, so basic is 5,000, DA is 3,000, so 8,000. Easy, very easy. Do I need to explain this? I don't think so. Let us solve some interesting questions. Okay, those are very basic questions. Okay, let us solve this. Are a general manager of our company limited, okay, are a general manager of our company limited retired from company on 16th of June 2019. At the time of his retirement, his basic salary was how much? 68,000 per month. He was also entitled to dearness allowance of 20% of his basic salary. I had told you yesterday that not always the amount of DA will be given in figures. This may be given in percentages as well. Okay. So he had worked with the company for 20 years and 11 months and 15 days. He got an increment of 6,000 in his basic salary with effect from this is 2019. This will be 2019. Okay, with effect from 1st of February 2019. At the time of his retirement, the company paid him a gratuity of 8 lakhs. R had earlier worked with the company, worked with S Limited for. Just wait a second. The light is not good. See, R had earlier worked with S Limited, from where he had received gratuity and had availed an exemption of 1,20,000. Like I said, he had already availed an exemption of rupees 1,20,000. Compute the amount of exemption available out of gratuity received from R Limited. He is not covered under gratuity yet. Fine. Let us solve.
So what was the basic salary and DA?
Uh, the basic salary. Are you noting it down? Basic salary
No,
was
sir,
6.
not whole, but as a part.
Okay. The basic salary was, because you see, the video will be uploaded in the YouTube, so you just pause it down, and you can note it down. Okay. So no issues. Right now, don't note it down, or else I will provide you the PDF in the group also. So don't need to note it down right now. Okay. Okay. So first what we have learned, that the person is whether covered or not covered. Not covered. Okay. Not covered. So how to calculate? How to calculate? Well, right. First of all, gratuity received. Gratuity received is how much? Rupees 4 lakhs, I guess. Is it 4 lakhs? Sorry, 8 lakhs. Gratuity received is 8 lakhs. Now we will calculate amount of exemption. Amount exempted under section 10 subsection 10 subsection 2. You don't have to write the section in that one. Okay. So first is amount received. Amount received was 8 lakhs. Then statutory limit. You tell me the statutory limit. Statutory limit is 20 lakhs, right?
20 lakhs minus 1 lakh 20.
Very nice. 20 lakhs minus 1 lakh 20. Why 1 lakh 20? Because the person had already availed 1,20,000 benefit. Okay. So it will be how much? 18 lakh 80,000. Okay. So point number 3, we will calculate 15 days salary for completed years of service. So since the person is not covered under gratuity yet, this will be 15 by 30 into, we'll have to calculate the average salary. I'll leave it blank for now because I need to do the working of this. Okay. Then I need the completed years of service. Here fractions are ignored. So he had worked with the company. Okay, fine. Okay. Okay, he had worked with the company for 20 years. Okay. Okay. Here is one thing that I want to tell you before solving this. Okay. The person R had earlier worked with S company. The number of years are not given. Suppose what if the number of years was 4 years? Suppose in the question it is given that the person has worked with S Limited his earlier company for 4 years. Okay. So in the number of years, here we will write number of years, right? So in the number of years, shall we write 20 years? Shall we write 20 years
Yes, sir.
or 24 years? I told you that. Try to understand. In normal cases, in normal cases, not in normal cases, where the person has availed exemption, then past service period. Just note it down. Huh? My handwriting is not that good. Past service period is not taken.
Sir, it
Okay.
is not clear.
Where the person has availed exemption for the past, I'm talking about the past service. Okay. Where the person has already availed exemption for the past service, then will not take the past service years. Okay. But where the person has not availed exemption for past service. Suppose the person has not availed exemption for the past service, then past service years are also taken. Okay. Okay. If the person has availed exemption for the past service, then past service years are not taken. If the person has not availed exemption for the past service, then we'll take the past service years. Here the person has already availed the past exemption of 1,20,000, so we will not take the past years. Okay, past service years, and it is anyway it has not been mentioned because the person has already availed exemption. If it is not given, suppose in the question, if it is not given, if the person has not availed exemption, then they must give the past service years as well. Okay. If the exemption is not given, then they must give the past service years also, because then we will take the past service years also. But here, since the person has already availed exemption, then we will not take the past service years. Okay. So we take only 20 years here, because fractions are ignored. So we will take only 20 years. Now we will calculate the what. This is my working note. This is my working note. Average salary for preceding for 10 months preceding the month of retirement. Okay. So in which month did he retire? He retired on June, right? He retired on June. So we'll calculate from May. May, April, then March, March, then Feb, Jan, December, November, October, and September. हो गया 10 months, है ना? Now, what is the meaning of salary here? In this case, meaning of salary is what? Can anyone tell me meaning of salary?
Basic plus DA plus commission on turnover.
Basic plus DA forming
Plus
part of
commission on
retirement benefit. DA forming part of retirement benefit. Okay. DA forming part of retirement benefit. So his salary was 68,000. Basic was 68,000 per month. And did he receive any increment? Okay, he received increment in the month of February. He received increment in the month of February. So we can write 68,000 till March, right? You can write 68,000 basic till March. This is my basic. Okay.
अगस्त आएगा.
Huh?
अगस्त आएगा.
Sorry.
अगस्त.
Voice is actually not audible.
सेप्टेम्बर আগত আগষ্ট আহিব.
सर इसमें 9 months है बस.
9 months old, नहीं? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 9 months. Right. One more. It will be August, no? So this is my basic. So when was the increment? In the month of February. So before February, how much would be my basic salary? It will be how much? 62. Okay. Now DA. DA forming part of retirement benefit. How much is the DA?
20%.
Okay, just wait a second. There is some question number 5. I don't know. There is some mistake in the book, but okay. Question number 3. Okay. See, here it says the person got the increment with effect from 1st of February. Okay. So in February also, in the month of February also he will receive 68,000. Correct. In the month of February also he will receive 68,000. Okay. Now for calculating DA, it says my DA is 20% of basic salary. My DA is how much? 20% of basic salary. And however, out of this 20%, only 60% is towards retirement benefit. Out of this 20%, only 60% is towards retirement benefit. So just calculate 68,000 का कितना मेरा DA है? 68,000 का 20% is my DA, and out of this 60% only is forming part of retirement benefit. कितना amount आता है?
7440.
7440.
0.
Then इसमें कितना आता है?
No,
62,000 का
sir. For 62,000, it's 7440.
for 62,000 is 7440. Okay. And for 68,000?
8160.
8160.
Yes, sir.
8160. Okay. Okay. Then commission on turnover. Is there any commission? I don't think there is any commission. Is there any commission? No. So just tell me my salary. Average salary is how much? Average salary is how much? Just totally down 76,160. 76,160 for 4 months plus this is how much? 69,440. 69,440 for how months? How many months? 6 months. Divide by 10. This is my average salary. Tell me the amount. Tell me the amount. Is it 72,128?
Yes, sir.
72,128.
721820.
Huh?
721820.
No, divide by 10. No, there is divide.
Oh yes,
This
yes.
because we'll calculate average salary for 10 months. This
Okay,
is salary for 10 months, so we'll divide this by 10. So we'll get average salary per month. Okay.
okay, sir.
So we'll put 72,128. No? Tell me the amount. Is it 72,180? I guess so. 72,180.
Yes, sir.
So what will be my exemption limit? It will be 72,180 only. So my taxable amount will be how much? of gratuity. Taxable amount of gratuity is how much? Just deduct this 78,720. Do I need to explain again?
No, sir. Sir, working note of each one.
This one, this working note.
Yes, sir.
See, in exam, you will not have enough time to prepare this whole table, okay? In exam, you might not have enough time to prepare this whole table. So we'll do simply, we'll calculate in a very shortcut method. How? मैं बेसिक कितना करके है, अब माइंड में कैलकुलेशन करना पड़ेगा, ठीक है। बेसिक मुझे कब से लेना है, बेसिक मुझे कब से लेना है, मई मंथ से लेना है ना। I have to take basic from the month of May because the person retired on 15th of June, so I'll have to take basic from May onwards. From May, okay, till May I mean to say. Okay, so in the month of May, my basic was 68,000 per month, and I received the last increment in the month of February. So February, March, April, May, 4 months is there. 4 महीना है ना, February से लेके मतलब 68,000 करके मतलब मुझे कितना महीना मिला, 4 महीना मिला। उसका पहले का 6 महीना मुझे, मेरा अल्टीमेटली 4 और 10 कितना होना चाहिए, 10 मंथ्स होना चाहिए। बाकी 62,000 करके मुझे कितना मिला, 6 महीना मिला। ओके, नॉट दिस, so this is my basic, this is my basic. Okay, now DA, here basic will be how much, the amount is 644,000. 644, because in exam you might not have enough time to prepare the whole table, okay. And DA will be how much, DA कितना परसेंट है, बेसिक का 20% बोला गया है ना, बेसिक का 20%, लेकिन वो 20% में से 60% ही मेरा रिटायरमेंट बेनिफिट के लिए काउंट होता है। मीनिंग ऑफ सैलरी क्या दिया गया, व्हेन द पर्सन इज नॉट कवर्ड अंडर ग्रेच्युटी बेसिक, क्योंकि हम लोग 15/30 लेता है, इजी वाला लेता है, तो सैलरी का मीनिंग डिफिकल्ट वाला हो जाता है। क्या है उसमें, बेसिक प्लस डीए फॉर्मिंग पार्ट ऑफ रिटायरमेंट बेनिफिट प्लस कमीशन ऑन टर्नओवर, ओके। तो क्या होगा इसमें, इसका परसेंटेज आप कैलकुलेट कर लीजिए कितना आएगा, तो ऐसा करके कैलकुलेट करना। एग्जाम हॉल में उतना बड़ा टेबल बनाने का मेरा टाइम नहीं होगा। तो दिस इज 77,280 and the total is how much, 721,280. So my average salary how much, 721,280 divided by 10. So this is how you will calculate, okay. कैसे क्या समझ, do I need to repeat, ये कैसे कैलकुलेट किया, सिंपली माइंड में कैलकुलेट करना है। वो कब रिटायर हो रहा है, दैट पर्सन इज रिटायरिंग ऑन इन द मंथ ऑफ जून, सो प्रीसीडिंग द मंथ ऑफ रिटायरमेंट, प्रीसीडिंग द मंथ ऑफ रिटायरमेंट इज May. I'll just prepare a timeline for convenience purpose. So he received the increment from February onwards, his salary went up to 68,000, but before that his salary was 62,000 only. तो आप ये सोचिए फरवरी के बाद कितना महीना आया, फरवरी, मार्च, अप्रैल, मई, 4 मंथ्स ओनली। सो जब 4 महीना हो गया, तो बाकी 6 महीना कितना करके मिला उसको, 62,000 करके, ठीक है। बट वी विल नॉट स्टॉप हियर, वी हैव बीन आस्क्ड टू कंप्यूट द ग्रोस सैलरी। हम लोग तो सिर्फ ग्रेच्युटी कितना टैक्सेबल होगा सिर्फ वही कैलकुलेट किया, बट वी हैवंट कैलकुलेट द ग्रोस सैलरी। ग्रोस सैलरी कैसे कैलकुलेट करना है, बेसिक कितना दिन का मिलेगा उसको, रिटायर्ड ऑन 15th of June, right? So he will get 2.5 months of salary. He will get 2.5 months of salary into 2.5 months. कितना आता है, 170, Is it 170? Now DA is how much? 20% of basic. See that part, forming part of retirement benefit or not, that is only for the purpose of calculating exemption for gratuity and HRA. We'll learn HRA later on. But that forming part of retirement benefit is only for calculating the amount of exemption. Otherwise, this has no meaning. Otherwise, this whole 20% will be taxable. Okay, this whole 20% will be taxable. But this is only relevant for calculating the amount of exemption for gratuity. Okay, because for calculating salary for the amount of for calculating salary for gratuity purpose, exemption under gratuity purpose, we take only that portion of the DA which forms part of the retirement benefit. Okay. Okay, fine. So I'm calculating gross total income, gross salary. I'm calculating the gross salary that will be taxable. So my basic is this much, and my DA is 20%. 20% is 34,000, and my gratuity received is how much? How much gratuity did I receive? 8 lakh, and less exemption. Exemption is, you will refer to working note. How much is the amount of gratuity that is exempted? 721,280. So this is 721,280. So this is how much? 7, 8. कितना होता है? So my gross salary will be how much?
78720.
Gross salary is 721,280. Okay. इसको डाउट है इसमें?
सर कैलकुलेशन समझ में आया, सर पर्पस समझ में नहीं आया.
क्या समझ नहीं आया?
पर्पस समझ में नहीं आया कि ये क्या, तो क्यों किया ये कैलकुलेशन.
कौन सा वाला कैलकुलेशन समझ नहीं आया?
ग्रॉस सैलरी.
ये ग्रोस सैलरी, ये अब जब इनकम फ्रॉम इनकम, अब टोटल इनकम निकालेंगे ना, अपना अपना कितना टैक्सेबल देना है, तो 5 हेड होता है. सैलरी इनकम होता है, इनकम फ्रॉम सैलरी, फिर हाउस प्रॉपर्टी होता है. तो अब इनकम फ्रॉम सैलरी में डायरेक्ट ये लिख देंगे 282,720. अगर सपोज मानता हूँ मेरा अदर हेड में कुछ इनकम नहीं है और 4 हेड में कुछ इनकम नहीं है, ठीक है, तो मेरा ग्रोस टोटल इनकम कितना हो जाएगा? 282,720. मैं मान लेता हूँ मेरा कुछ और इन्वेस्टमेंट भी नहीं है जो एग्जेम्पशन डिडक्शन मिलेगा, ये भी नहीं है, तो मुझे टैक्स कितना पे देना है? 282,720. ये पर्पज है इसका, फॉर कैलकुलेटिंग द टोटल इनकम.
ओके सर.
ओके. किसी को डाउट है तो यू कैन आस्क. शर्मा के कुछ फायदा नहीं है. अगर सबको समझ आ गया देन विल मूव ऑन टू द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. R, who was employed with P Limited, retired on 21st of February 2019, received gratuity amounting to rupees 7,20,000. He served the company for 26 years, 6 months. Okay. At the time of retirement, his salary was 30,000 per month. However, average salary for 10 months preceding the month of retirement is 20. It is already given आप लोग का एक कैलकुलेशन तो कम हो गया इस क्वेश्चन में। एवरेज सैलरी कैलकुलेट नहीं करना है क्योंकि ऑलरेडी दिया हुआ है। ही इज नॉट कवर्ड अंडर द पेमेंट ऑफ ग्रेच्युटी एक्ट, कंप्यूट द टैक्सेबल ग्रेच्युटी। व्हाट इज द, यहाँ पे क्या बोला गया, इज नॉट कवर्ड, लेकिन हम लोग दोनों तरीका से सॉल्व करने का कोशिश करेंगे, ठीक है। हम विल सॉल्व इट दोनों तरीके से। एक काम करो, मैं आप लोगों को टाइम देता हूँ, यू ट्राई टू सॉल्व एंड टेल मी द आंसर, पार्ट ए का, ठीक है। आई एम गिविंग यू टाइम, यू ट्राई टू सॉल्व एंड टेल मी द आंसर।
Sir, not covered.
हाँ, नॉट कवर्ड। सब सॉल्व करो, आई विल आस्क एनीवन रैंडमली, ओके। And those who got the answer, leave a text in the chat, okay? Leave a message in the chat. I'll check. Many people leaving the class at now, guys. Okay, I will not ask anyone randomly. तो क्लास से भाग मत जाइए, जिसका आंसर आ रहा है वही बताइए, ठीक है। कोई दिक्कत नहीं। Question will open. So just write down who answer what, okay? Okay, the chat is visible only. Question will open is 345,600. I'm asking the taxable amount, okay? Not the exemption amount. सबको बता रहा हूँ मैं। उसे मेरा 345,600। भैया मैं करे 374,400 एग्जाम्शन। ये 45,600 टैक्सेबल। हेलो, हाँ कैसे कर, ओके ओके मैं टाइम नहीं, ठीक है चलो। आसो आसो, हाँ हाँ ओके ओके ठीक है। ओके, बाकी अपनी बाकी क्लासरूम तो अपनी बंद कर दो। हम्म हम्म ओके ओके। अर्पणा सूत्रधार, you need to answer. Junmani Setia, you need to answer. If you are not able to get the answer, just tell me that. I'll explain. Okay. Mona Lisa orang, Rumi Fukan, Sumitra Saikya. Kushnal is given the answer. Mosina is given the answer. Sushmita De, Urmi Bhuya, then Happy, Rupun Devnath is given. Rahul Gupta is given the answer. Okay. Who else is there? Okay, I think most of you have solved the part A. Vishnil Fukan, correct, absolutely correct. And very good that you have solved the earliest. Motumira as well. Priya Maheshwari, very good. Tasmin Yara, very good. Rahul Gupta, very good. Saurav Roy, Sabina Yasmin, you have, I hope that you have mentioned the exemption amount. I asked you to tell me the taxable amount. Anyways, it is fine. The okay second part. Okay, everyone try to solve the second part. Deepnayan Ghosh, correct answer. Rupan Devnath, correct. Sabina Yasmin, correct. Ankit Borua, correct answer. Sushmita De, correct. Okay. Rupan Devnath, correct. Okay, everyone try to solve the second part of this question. Part B. I've already given you the this, how to calculate. Rahul Gupta. Ismail Fugan is given the answer. Rahul Gupta is given the answer. Then who else? Mosumida has given the answer. I'll tell you whether you are correct or not. Let others solve first. If you are answering correctly, then I'll feel happy that I'm able to, make you understand. Because these online classes are not that easy. The interaction is not there, so it becomes difficult whether the student is getting it or not. Or the participation is very good. Others, please answer the second part of this question. Others, please. Okay, some of you are leaving the class. I think they are feeling boring. Not covered under gratuity. Number one is taxable. Okay, I'll have to calculate that. Not covered. Just two. Not covered then. Then below 26 years only. And last one let it 15 by 26. Last one let it is 30,000. 30,000 into 26 into 15/26. 4,50,000 minus how much was the gratuity? 7,20,000. So 2 lakh. Okay, very good, Mosamira. Okay, so most of you are answering 2,88,000. Is what? 2,88,000. Is it correct? Yes, it is correct.
So please एक बार ये वाला करवा दीजिए ना second part.
सेकंड पार्ट ना ये मैं करवा देता हूँ, लेकिन मैं मेरा एक्चुअली ओके मेरा बुक में थोड़ा मिस्टेक है, बुक में लिखा हुआ है 2,28,000 इज टैक्सेबल, तो उसमें गलत, बुक में गलत है, आप लोगों का आंसर सही है, ठीक है, 2,88,000 इज टैक्सेबल ओनली। वेरी नाइस, दोस हु हैव आंसर्ड, एंड फॉर दोस जो कि आंसर दे नहीं पाए, कोई बात नहीं, कोई वो करने का जरूरत नहीं है, ठीक है, आप लोग भी अभी समझ जाओगे। सेकंड पार्ट में समझा देता हूँ। सेकंड पार्ट में क्या बोला गया, नॉट एंटाइटल्ड टू एनी ग्रेजुएट, वो भी नॉट कवर्ड ही है, तो नॉट कवर्ड होने से हम लोग को क्या लेना है, एक्चुअल अमाउंट रिसीव्ड इज 7,20,000। चलो तो हम लोग कैसे लिखेंगे, ग्रेजुएटी रिसीव, ग्रेजुएटी रिसीव्ड इज हाउ मच, 7,20,000, ठीक है। नाउ एग्जामिशन कैलकुलेट करेंगे। एग्जामिशन में मेरा 3 पार्ट आता है, एक आता है फर्स्ट वन इज क्या नाम था उसका,
पूरा जो है
एक्चुअल अमाउंट रिसीव ना, ग्रेजुएटी रिसीव 7,20,000। नंबर 2 में क्या होता है, लिमिट,
20 लाख.
हाँ लिमिट में मैंने क्या बोला था, लिमिट में 20 लाख, मैंने क्या बोला था कि अगर आपने पास्ट में एग्जामिशन अवेल कर लिया तो वो 20 लाख से माइनस हो जाएगा, ठीक है, लेकिन इस केस में उसने क्या यहाँ पे क्या मेंशन किया गया, दैट द पर्सन हैज नॉट अवेल्ड एनी ग्रेच्युटी फ्रॉम एक्स लिमिटेड, उसने एक ग्रेच्युटी अवेल ही नहीं किया इन द पास्ट, तो 20 लाख का 20 लाख ही रहेगा। अगर कोई एग्जामिशन वो अवेल करता तो वो 20 लाख से रिड्यूस हो जाता, जैसे कि पहले का क्वेश्चन में हुआ था, बट इन दिस केस देयर इज नो डिडक्शन, सो द लिमिट विल बी 20 लाख ओनली। और हम लोग थर्ड नंबर में क्या करेंगे, 15 डेज सैलरी जो है ना फॉर कंप्लीटेड रिजर्व सर्विस, इसमें 15 बाय कितना होगा, 30 होगा ना। फिर एवरेज सैलरी क्वेश्चन में तो दिया हुआ है, कितना है, एवरेज सैलरी भी दिया हुआ है आपका 28,800, उसका भी कैलकुलेशन नहीं करना है, ठीक है, 28,800 इज योर एवरेज सैलरी। और कितना साल नौकरी किया उसने, मैंने बोला ना अगर एग्जामिशन अवेल कर लिया तो वो सर्विस पीरियड हम लोग ऐड नहीं करेंगे, लेकिन सिंस द पर्सन हैज नॉट अवेल्ड एग्जामिशन फॉर द पास्ट सर्विस, दैट्स व्हाई पास्ट सर्विस पीरियड इज आल्सो काउंटेड। इस कंपनी में उसने कितना दिन काम किया, 26 साल काम किया है, 26 साल 6 महीना, मतलब हम लोग फ्रैक्शंस एनीवे इग्नोर करने वाले हैं बिकॉज इट इज नॉट कवर्ड अंडर ग्रेच्युटी एक्ट, तो 26 साल ही रहेंगे, 6 मंथ्स इज नॉट रेलेवेंट फॉर अस। अगर कवर्ड अंडर ग्रेच्युटी होता तब भी 26 साल लेते, क्योंकि 6 मंथ्स 1 डे होगा तभी हम लोग 27 साल लेंगे, अदरवाइज 26 साल। एनीवेज इट विल बी 26 इयर्स। बट यहाँ पे क्या बोला उसने, पास्ट में दूसरा कंपनी में भी सर्विस रेंडर किया था फॉर 4 इयर्स, तो वो क्योंकि वो पर्सन जब रिटायर हुआ वहां से, दैट पर्सन हैज नॉट अवेल्ड एग्जामिशन, तो वो 4 साल भी हम लोग जोड़ लेंगे, पूरा सर्विस पीरियड जोड़ लेंगे। जैसे मैं खुद का एक्सपीरियंस, खुद का जो बताया था ना, मैं इलाहाबाद बैंक में करता था, मैं एक्चुअली मैं ग्रेच्युटी लिया नहीं, एग्जामिशन भी अवेल नहीं किया जब मैं रिजाइन किया, तो मेरा जो वहां पर 4 साल का एक्सपीरियंस है, जब मैं रिटायर करूंगा तो वो 4 साल भी मैं ऐड कर दूंगा अपना सर्विस पीरियड में। यहाँ पे जितना दिन करूंगा, ऑयल में जितना दिन करूंगा वो तो काउंट होगा, प्लस 4 years for the past service because I have not availed exemption for the past service. Okay, so number of years कितना हो जाएगा यहाँ पे, 26 plus 4. Okay, so tell me कितना अमाउंट आता है इसमें,
4,32,000.
4,32,000. तो तीनों में से हम लोग को लोअर वाला लेना है. कौन सा लोअर है? 4,32,000. तो मैं टैक्सेबल ग्रेच्युटी अमाउंट इज 2,88,000. ठीक है. कवर्ड अंडर ग्रेच्युटी 2,769. कवर्ड अंडर ग्रेच्युटी होने से इतना नहीं आता है ना. कौन सा वाला? बी, पार्ट बी का मोस्ट for which one? Okay, B. Okay, let us see.
Yes, sir,
If
B.
it is covered under gratuity, then it will be 15/26. Then it will be how much? Last one basic is how much? 30,000. Last one basic is 30,000 into 30 years. Okay. I think you are correct. Your next class is what? Law and ethics, right? Of course.
Of course.
Costing. Let me check.
Yes, sir.
Okay, your next class is costing, but Duster, due to some unfortunate reason, he will not be able to take your class. So I'll be taking your class for a few more minutes. Okay. I hope you will not get bored. देखिए, कॉस्टिंग के लिए जो दास सर का क्लासेस है ना, जो एसएस दास सर का क्लासेस है, वो आप जरूर अटेंड करिए, बिकॉज वो कुछ कुछ टॉपिक पढ़ाएंगे वो आपका अभी भी काम में आएगा. जैसे वेरिएंस एनालिसिस करके एक चैप्टर है, वो आपको अभी भी काम में आने वाला है और फाइनल में भी काम में आने वाला है. और जो जैसे दास सर वो चैप्टर को पढ़ाएंगे ना, वो कोई भी मटेरियल में, कोई बुक में आपको ऐसे नहीं मिलेगा. If you understand how Dasar teaches you the chapter variance analysis, then you'll be able to solve many questions. In the final also, you'll be able to solve many questions. So I request you to attend the costing classes of Dasar. Then I think Santanu Mukherjee sir is there. He's a very, his basics are very clear. मैं का classes attend किया था when I was in inter. He had such basic knowledge, such deep knowledge. मतलब मजा आ जाएगा आपको उनके साथ क्लास करके. तो रिक्वेस्ट यू, कुछ क्लासेस आप इसलिए क्लासेस मतलब रेगुलरली अटेंड करिए. Okay, so gratuity, I think you will be able to do it. So I'll be just giving you a brief about the chapter pension. Okay, pension अभी हम लोग illustrations कल से solve करेंगे, but pension अभी आपको समझा देता हूँ मैं. The pension can be commuted pension and it can be divided into two parts. Okay, ठीक है. See, when a person retires, he is eligible to receive pension. Okay, and the person has the option to receive a lump sum. क्योंकि वो पूरा का पूरा पेंशन अमाउंट से विड्रॉ नहीं कर सकता है. ही कैन रिसीव अ लम सम से जितना उसका फंड है, पेंशन फंड में जितना जमा हुआ है, ही कैन इधर रिसीव वन टाइम 1/3 ऑफ दैट फंड ही कैन विड्रॉ एट अ टाइम. तो उसको कम्यूटेशन बोलता है. कम्यूटेशन मतलब आप एक बार में लमसम कुछ एक अमाउंट वहां से विड्रॉ कर रहे हो, ठीक है, पेंशन फंड से. सब्सिक्वेंटली वो आपका जो मंथली पेंशन है वो रिड्यूस होने. पेंशन सबको समझ आता है ना. रिटायरमेंट का बाद जो मंथली आपका I think everyone understands what is pension, so I don't have to explain. मैं just explain करो commutation. What is commuted pension? What is uncommuted pension? Commuted pension is what? Commuted pension is something that you receive one time at the time of retirement. वो आप avail कर सकते हो. That is very much optional. If you want to receive, suppose your pension fund is say 30 lakhs rupees, you can withdraw up to 2/3 out of that. मतलब आप कितना 20 लाख विड्रॉ कर सकते हो. ठीक है. So हम लोग पेंशन चैप्टर इसीलिए पढ़ रहे हैं क्योंकि नॉर्मली क्या होता है, पेंशन इज फुल्ली टैक्सेबल. अनकम्यूटेड पेंशन मतलब जो मंथली पेंशन होता है दैट इज फुल्ली टैक्सेबल. जो मंथली पेंशन हम लोग को रिसीव होने वाला है दैट इज फुल्ली टैक्सेबल. दिस इज रिकरिंग इन नेचर. ठीक है. बट इस पेंशन चैप्टर में व्हाट वी आर कंसर्न्ड विद इज वी आर कंसर्न्ड विद द कम्यूटेशन ऑफ पेंशन. जब आप लंप सम में एक बार में रिसीव कर रहे हो तब कैसे टैक्सेबल होगा उसका. ओके. देन कम्यूटेशन पेंशन, इसमें तो टैक्सेबल गवर्नमेंट नॉन गवर्नमेंट का बात ही नहीं, सबके लिए टैक्सेबल है. बट कम्यूटेशन में गवर्नमेंट एम्प्लॉइज के लिए, for government employees it is fully exempted. It is fully exempted for government employees. Okay. And for non government employees means for others, सिर्फ कैलकुलेशन हमको इस पेंशन चैप्टर में सिर्फ टॉपिक जो है पेंशन, इसमें सिर्फ ये पार्ट में हम लोग को कैलकुलेशन करें. बाकी तो ठीक है, ये फुल्ली टैक्सेबल हो गया, ये फुल्ली एग्जेम्प्टेड हो गया. ठीक है. इसको कैसे कैलकुलेट करेंगे, कुछ कुछ स्टेप्स है. There are steps. Step 1, calculate full value of commuted pension. ठीक है. मतलब क्वेश्चन में आपको दिया जाएगा दैट द पर्सन हैज कम्यूटेड 1/3 ऑफ द पेंशन अमाउंटिंग टू ₹10 लाख. तो उसका फुल वैल्यू ऑफ कम्यूटेड कितना होगा बताइए मुझे. क्वेश्चन में आपको दिया गया है, इन द क्वेश्चन इट इज गिवन दैट द पर्सन हैज कम्यूटेड 1/3 ऑफ हिज पेंशन अमाउंटिंग टू ₹10 lakhs. So what will be the full value of commuted? What will be the full value of commuted pension?
30 lakhs.
30 lakhs. है ना. हाँ, मतलब क्वेश्चन में ऐसा दिया जाएगा that the person has commuted 1/3 of his pension amounting to rupees, मतलब कम्यूट किया 10 लाख, जो कि पूरा पेंशन फंड का 1/3 है. तो हिंदी में मतलब ये है, he has commuted 1/3 of the pension amounting to ₹10 lakh. So what will be the total value of the commuted? जस्ट आप जो यहाँ पे रेशियो दिया रहेगा उसका इन्वर्स कर दीजिए. जैसे मान लीजिए यहाँ पे 1/3 नहीं हो गया, 2/3 हो गया, तो जस्ट यू इन्वर्स दिस इक्वेशन. तो कितना होगा, 30 डिवाइड मतलब 15 लाख इज जो फुल वैल्यू ऑफ कम्यूटेड पेंशन. तो फर्स्ट स्टेप में विल कैलकुलेट द फुल वैल्यू ऑफ कम्यूटेड पेंशन. ओके. देन स्टेप 2, हम लोग बेसिकली एग्जाम्पशन निकाल रहे हैं. ठीक है, मतलब अमाउंट ऑफ एग्जाम्पशन. देन कैलकुलेटिंग द अमाउंट ऑफ एग्जाम्पशन. ओके. तो स्टेप 2 में हम लोग क्या करेंगे, ये जो कम्यूटेड वैल्यू निकला ना, half of value in step 1 is covered under gratuity act. Sorry, not covered का नहीं, sorry covered गलत लिखा दिया मैंने. if no, आप एक बात बताइए मुझे, किसी को ग्रेचुइटी नहीं मिला है, तो उसको इसमें एग्जामिनेशन ज्यादा मिलना चाहिए कि कम मिलना चाहिए. if the person has not received gratuity then उसको इसमें ज्यादा मिलना चाहिए या कम मिलना चाहिए. एग्जामिनेशन का बात बोल रहा हूँ. ज्यादा एग्जामिनेशन मिलना चाहिए, that's why it is half if no gratuity is received. और 1/3 of value in step 1 if gratuity, very simple, gratuity is received. ठीक है. अगर ग्रेचुइटी रिसीव किया then 1/3 of the commuted pension if no gratuity is received, क्योंकि ग्रेचुइटी में तो ऑलरेडी उसको टैक्स देना पड़ेगा, ठीक है ना, मतलब ग्रेचुइटी भी इनकम हो रहा है, आप इधर में भी एग्जाम्पशन ज्यादा ले रहे हो, वैसे तो नहीं होगा ना, तो इसलिए ग्रेचुइटी जिसको नहीं मिलता है उसको इधर में एग्जाम्पशन ज्यादा मिल जाता है ताकि पेंशन के लिए उससे ज्यादा अमाउंट है। अब ग्रेचुइटी भी लोगे इधर में भी ज्यादा बेनिफिट लोगे, वैसे तो नहीं होगा ना, तो जिसको ग्रेचुइटी मिलता है उसको 1/3 मिलता है, जिसको ग्रेचुइटी नहीं मिलता है उसको आधा एग्जाम्पशन मिल जाता है। Okay, let me explain this. Suppose a person commuted 1/3 of his pension, 1/3 of his pension fund, okay, amounting to rupees 15 lakhs. Calculate the amount taxable. तो स्टेप 1 हम लोग क्या करेंगे, व्हाट वाज द स्टेप 1, दिस विल बी वर्किंग नोट ऑनली, ओके। स्टेप 1 में हम लोग क्या करेंगे, फुल वैल्यू ऑफ द कमिटेड पेंशन, इसमें दो ऑप्शन हो सकता है, एक हो सकता, दोनों करेंगे हम लोग, ग्रेचुइटी इज रिसीव्ड, ग्रेचुइटी रिसीव्ड, ग्रेचुइटी नॉट रिसीव्ड, ओके। स्टेप 1 में फुल वैल्यू ऑफ द कम्यूटेड पेंशन, full value of the commuted pension is how much, 10 lakhs is there,
45 lakhs. 15 lakhs.
15 lakhs, okay, 15 lakhs into 3/1, that is
45 lakhs.
45 lakhs, okay. Then in step 2 में दोनों क्वेश्चन एक साथ कर लेता हूँ। If gratuity is received, gratuity received करने से अमाउंट ऑफ एग्जाम्पशन कितना होगा, लिखे amount of exemption, if gratuity is received, then first में gratuity received होने से 1/3 of 45 lakhs,
15 lakhs.
15 lakhs is exempted. If gratuity is not received, then half,
22,500.
25, okay. अभी 2250 तो हो नहीं सकता कि 15 लाख रिसीव किया सो फुल अमाउंट टैक्सेबल एग्जेम्प्टेड हो जाएगा, ठीक है। Okay, so we'll be solving the illustration in the next class. I've just explained you the basic of pension. That is, pension is divided into two parts: commuted and uncommuted pension. Uncommuted pension means recurring in nature, which is received monthly. So, if the pension is received monthly, then it is fully taxable. Then, if the pension is commuted, then if gratuity is not received, then 1/2 is exempted. If gratuity is received, then 1/3 is exempted. अभी इसमें ये देखने में तो बहुत ही सिंपल लगा, लेकिन दिक्कत इसमें ज्यादा दिक्कत नहीं है। ये चैप्टर में सिर्फ क्वेश्चन ऐसा करके ड्राफ्ट किया जाएगा कि मान लीजिए वो रिटायर हुआ जनवरी में, 15th जनवरी में रिटायर हुआ, ठीक है, 15th जनवरी में, then he was receiving say not 15 January, 15 June, say, okay, then he was receiving pension say 20,000 per month. Then in the month of say December, in the month of say 15 December को ठीक है, 15 दिसंबर को ही इनकैश 75% ऑफ द फंड अमाउंटिंग टू रुपीज, मतलब कम्यूटेड कर दिया, अमाउंटिंग टू रुपीज से 10 लाख। ठीक है, अभी मैं 1/3 ऐसा करके बताया ना, 1/3 ऐसा परसेंटेज में भी दिया जा सकता है। परसेंटेज देने से सिंपली आपको और भी इजी है, इनके कैलकुलेटर से डिवाइड कर दीजिए, वही परसेंटेज दिया रहेगा। फुल वैल्यू ऑफ द कम्यूटेड निकालने के लिए जस्ट डिवाइड द फिगर बाय परसेंटेज। तो क्वेश्चन आपको ऐसा करके दिया जाएगा। ठीक है, तो इसमें दो चीज आपको कैलकुलेट करना है, एक तो आप सैलरी भी कैलकुलेट करना है, सैलरी मीन्स पेंशन भी कैलकुलेट करना है, अनकम्यूटेड, अनकम्यूटेड वाला भी पेंशन कैलकुलेट करना है, एक कम्यूटेड वाला पेंशन कैलकुलेट करना है। जैसे अनकम्यूटेड वाला कैसे कैलकुलेट करेंगे, 20,000 में मान ले तो 15 तारीख से उसका ड्यू हो जाता है, तो जून मतलब जुलाई तक मिलेगा, जुलाई अगस्त सितंबर अक्टूबर नवंबर दिसंबर, मतलब 7 महीना। ठीक है, 7 महीना उसको 20,000 करके मिला, लेकिन साथ इसका बाद वो क्या किया, 20,000 जो था उसका 75% उसने कम्यूट कर लिया, बाकी कितना रहा, बाकी उसका 25% भी बचा रहा, तो वो कितना, उसको कितना करके मिलेगा, 5,000 करके मिलने वाला है उसका बाद से। ठीक है, उसका बाद से फिर कितना महीना होता है, 5,000 करके, दिसंबर जनवरी फरवरी मार्च, 3 मंथ।
3 months.
3 मंथ। तो इस पेंशन विल बी टैक्सेबल, अनकम्यूटेड पेंशन इज टैक्सेबल, इतना जितना भी होने वाला है। हाँ, कितना होगा, 140 155। ठीक है, और कम्यूटेड, कम्यूटेड वाला क्या होगा इस केस में, सपोज इज नॉट कवर्ड मान लेता हूं मैं, नॉट कवर्ड होने से फुल वैल्यू ऑफ कम्यूटेड कितना है, फुल वैल्यू ऑफ कम्यूटेड कितना आता है बताइए ये वाला।
7,50,000.
डिवाइडेड बाय 75%, नॉट मल्टीप्लाइड बाय
25, 2,50,000.
89 लाख। Is it? लाख 80,000 सपोज, तो इसका कितना, हाफ ऑफ इट इज एग्जाम्प्टेड। ठीक है, तो जितना भी होता है मतलब फुल्ली एग्जाम्प्ट हो जाएगा 10 लाख से, है ना। 89 लाख इतना तो नहीं आना चाहिए, 89 लाख कैसे चला जाएगा।
Sir, 13 lakh 33
हाँ वही तो,
1,333.
13 लाख
13 lakh 33,333.
3,336
तो
times.
हाफ ऑफ इट इज हाउ मच, my commuted pension was how much, it was 10 lakhs
666.
and my exemption is 666. Okay, so this is my taxable amount जो भी आएगा यहाँ पे, तो टोटल अमाउंट ऑफ टैक्सेबल विल बी दिस प्लस दिस। तो यही मैक्सिमम, यही डिफिकल्टी है इस मतलब चैप्टर का, इस टॉपिक का। इससे ज्यादा डिफिकल्ट क्वेश्चन आई डोंट थिंक मतलब आ सकता है। कि मंथ कैलकुलेशन, ईयर कैलकुलेशन का आ सकता है, तो वो मैं दिखा दूंगा आपको। ठीक है, so thank you very much for attending the class. I'll be ending the class over here.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.